Amanda, I want to play a game.
Hey horror freaks, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda. As you can see from the title, today's video is my full review with spoilers of Sinners. Now I know that on April releases video I said that I wasn't going to be reviewing this one because I didn't find it interesting. Well, look how the tables have turned. After realizing that the film had 100% on Rotten Tomatoes and had great reviews, curiosity killed the cat, so I decided that instead of doing my Yellow Jackets review, I was going to be doing this one instead. I still did my Yellow Jackets season 3 review, but it's just available on my website and also on my Facebook page if you're a Spanish speaker, since my Facebook page is just in Spanish. So there you're going to be able to read my full opinion of the season. So I decided to make the switch, and instead I decided to give the opportunity to Sinners. And the first thing I want to say is that I am glad that I did. I just know that I was going to regret not watching this one in theaters. Now, as always, all my reviews are with spoilers, but if you don't want them just to see if this was worth it or not, on the description box down below, there you're going to find my spoiler for review, because I like to give you guys the two options. And given the quick disclaimer, let's get into the video. Now, Sinners follows trying to leave their troubled lives behind. Twin brothers return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. And to quickly summarize it, the film is set in the 1930s in Mississippi. We have the protagonist that is a young man called Sammy. He is the son of a pastor, and he is the cousin of the identical twin brothers, Smoke and Stack. They are World War I veterans, and they are just returning from Chicago, and they are just starting their business. They want to open a bar. They have the money, they have the resources, they have the reputation. Everyone knows who they are. They are gangsters, essentially. So the film takes us into their process of making the recruitment of other people in town to help them with the business that first day, because they want to start right away. And we get to know them and their personalities, their intentions, their behavior. We get to know every single thing about them and the rest of the characters. And while all of this is happening, next to the town, a man arrives to this house that is basically in the middle of nowhere, and he's claiming that a gang is looking for him. So this couple lets him in, but when the gang appears, they're warning the wives that this man is not what he looks like. When they leave and she gets inside of the house, she realizes that this man is a vampire and he has turned her husband into one, and she's going to be the next victim. And something that is explained throughout the movie is that sometimes music and the musician has the power to bring people from the past and the future, and sort of a calling. And in different cultures have different names. Well, Sammy is one of them. He doesn't really know it, but he has a great voice and a great talent with a guitar. And while he is singing inside of the bar, the vampires hear his calling. So they arrive to the bar, but if you know about vampires, you know that they cannot get inside somewhere without an invitation. But they don't get invited, so they stay out. But eventually one of the people that is on the party gets outside to talk to them to see if they are good people or if they're going to spend money. But because she sees that they have some shady behavior, she tries to return to the bar, but it's too late for her and she turns into vampire. But because she is known between these people, she's able to return to the bar without much trouble, because she's of course going to get the invitation. After she returns, she goes to one of the twin brothers because they have some type of situationship going on, because she likes him, but because she is white and he is black. We are in the 1930s in the US. Of course, we know that that wasn't going to be a possible relationship, and she's even married, but they still have feelings for each other. So now as a vampire, she takes him to a room, they start doing their business, and she transforms him. This is when the action starts. Everyone leaves, and now we have her as a vampire. She leaves and she is now with the other three outside, but every single attendant that leaves is also turned into vampire. So now we have one of the brothers is a vampire, one is still human. We have the stranded wife, or the one that is still human, that is a Smoke, and we have other members, but the majority of the people are now vampires. What the leader claims is that he is trying to build this community because he is aware of the racial situation of the time, and he is white, but he believes in equality. So what he wants is to create a community that is welcome to everybody. But they don't want to become vampires willingly. The remaining survivors, they decide to put up a fight. And the last survivors are Smoke and Sammy. Sammy leaves and he arrives to what we saw at the beginning of the movie, that is the church where his father is. And his father is telling him that he needs to get rid of the music, because he was telling him that because he was dancing with the devil doing the music, eventually the devil was going to follow him home. But Sammy loves music way too much, so he decides to leave home. As for Smoke, he gets his revenge into some members of the Ku Klux Klan that were the previous owners of the place that he turned into the bar, and he realized that their plan was to arrive the next morning and to kill them all. So he waited for them, he killed them, but gets shot, so he dies, but he is able to reunite with his family. So for Sammy, we then jump to the 90s. This is at the end of the movie. This is a mid-credit scene, so if you're watching it, don't leave the theater. On a mid-credit scene, we are now in the 90s. Sammy is an older man now. He is doing his work as a musician, and while he is doing his music, the other twin brother, Stack, the one that turns into vampire, he reappears and he is with the girl that turned him into the vampire, that is Mary. Start to talk with Sammy a little bit. They offer him to turn him into vampire, but he declines, and that is essentially how the film concludes. And now getting into the review. Like I said at the beginning, my sole reason for watching this movie was because I saw that was debuting on Rotten Tomatoes with 100%. I was surprised. To be honest, when I first saw the trailer, I didn't feel interested. And the reality is that the trailer doesn't give away anything. It takes out of context every scene. So by the time that you're watching the trailer, and then you're watching the movie, you have no idea what is going to happen. The only thing that they spoiled is the fact that Mary, that is played by Hailey Steinfeld, she is turned into a vampire. I feel that they should have kept that also as a secret, because the rest of the movie is a whole secret. You have no idea how things are really going to play. So that is something that I love, and it's what I want to start with. The film is not predictable. This is an original story, feels fresh. This is the type of movies that we want. These are the type of movies that we should support, because there is this constant complaint that the only thing that we're seeing are remakes, reboots, sequels, you name it. This is an original story. This is, if I dare to say, a masterpiece. Visually is stunning from the start. The film is going to grab you visually. It's so damn interesting that you don't want to stop watching. The cinematography is great. The camera work. Since we are in Mississippi, we have that southern atmosphere that only adds to the story and the general setting and the atmosphere. And also because we have some folklore, everything mixes together so damn perfectly. This film is not only horror. This film is a mix between horror, western, drama, action, and a sprinkle of comedy, since we have some moments and there's a specific character that he is kind of funny. I don't know if that was the whole purpose, but it was funny. Like, it made a lot of people laugh in the theater. That I was also surprised to see that many people in the theater, but that's good. When it comes to the acting, Michael B. Jordan, that is the one that plays the twins, he does a fantastic job. Something that bothers me sometimes is when an actor has to play two characters in the same movie or series, and it's hard to distinguish which one is who, because the actor is not able to make that full separation and play two different characters at the same time. Michael B. Jordan is able to do that. Not only because of the clothing, but the way that they speak, how they behave, the body language, and the personality. You can really tell which one is who, and it works perfectly. Stack is very charming and he has kind of a dirty mouth, while Smoke, he's more of the serious and in business one. But both of them are great characters. Michael B. Jordan did a fantastic job. Hailey, she's amazing. She did a song for the movie, but she doesn't really sing in the movie. I would have loved to hear her sing, since if you didn't know, she is also a singer. Like her part here. The rest of the cast, they did such a good job too. When it comes to the soundtrack and the score, god damn, this original score, it's perfect. It's a mix between Western and also blues, since the film has a lot of blues to the point that I feel that it's kind of a tribute. Music is perfect, and that score, whew, only adds to what you're watching. The action scenes, love them. They're right at the end, since the film, I could say that is a slow burn. The film is 2 hours and 20 minutes. That first hour is just pure introduction and development of the plot, something that I did appreciate. Because by the time that the action starts, that is towards the ending, you care about these characters and what is going to happen to them. For me, it's not a complaint the fact that the film is 2 hours and 20 minutes. For me, it was perfect, and it goes pretty fast since it's entertaining. This is not boring. This catch my attention from the very beginning and got me all the way to the end. It happened fast. Pace is the right one because we are not rushing things over, but we aren't overdoing what is happening. We're going straight to the point, but also giving enough context. The storytelling here is fantastic. As you can tell, I love this movie. Now, this is not the typical vampire movie. We know a lot about them. We haven't seen vampires for years and years and years in movies. But here, they aren't just the main villain. They are part of the story, but we also have the personal struggles of the twins and the rest of the characters. So it's that combination. They made a weird combination. It can sound overwhelming, but it works. Again, we have Western, horror, action, drama, a little bit of comedy. We have music. This is not a musical. It's not a musical, but the music numbers are so damn good. We have a moment where Sammy, he is with his guitar, and this is when we see the folklore come out to life. We see a mix of old music and like more traditional and then more modern. Oh, that scene is brutal. Also, the way that is filmed. Again, for me, this is a damn masterpiece, 100% worth watching, especially in theaters. I wasn't able to watch it on IMAX, but you need to watch this in the theaters. Trust me, you're not going to regret it. I know I was going to regret not watching this in theaters, so don't make the mistake that I almost did. For me, this is my favorite so far of the year. I know that this is not going to be the only good one of the year, but so far, it's my favorite. Loved it, had such a good time. Love it, every single aspect of it. I didn't find any flaws. So I think that you can really guess which one is going to be my rating. So for me, this is a 10 out of 10 and a 5 out of 5. It deserves the hype. It deserves every single good review and deserve it that 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Right now it's 98. Still deserve it. If you didn't have plans of watching it, maybe reconsider and go and watch it. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Again, it sounds overwhelming, but it's worth it. But with this, I have ended this review. I haven't found any single bad thing about it, and I don't think that I will. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know down below in the comments if you're going to be watching it, or if you did, what are your thoughts? So far, this one is my top one. Of course, we are early on the year. We have many things coming, but so far, this is my number one. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video, and happy Easter. Bye.
Game over.